Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So today we are very fortunate to have among us His Grace Deen Bandhu Prabhu. A little introduction. His Grace Deen Bandhu Prabhu is not from this world. So he was born in near Los Angeles, California, and he joined the movement when he was only 20 years old. And it was the year 1969, and he joined in Boulder, Colorado. He was the first devotee to join there. And the next year, in the year 1970, he got initiated by Srila Prabhupada in Los Angeles Temple. So after that, his spiritual journey started, and in many places in the Western world, he actually did a lot of contribution. He was a temple president in Portland, he preached in Miami, he was in South America, in Colombia. And I don't know how many of you have been to Dallas, but the first temple in Dallas was opened by him and other devotees. Then he moved to Houston to support their temple opening. So till 1984, in many temples in the Western world, Deen Bandhu Prabhu served a lot. Yeah, I mentioned. So in 1984, he decided to go to India. Any guess where in India? Anybody?
Vrindavan.
Yeah, right, Vrindavan. So from 1984 till today, it's almost like 33, 34 years. I'm bad in maths. So he has been living in Vrindavan. And his main service is to give people Vrindavan, to show people Vrindavan. Whoever comes to Vrindavan, he takes them around on a parikrama. And that's why he's known as ISKCON Parikrama Guru, ISKCON Dham Guru. So in Vrindavan, he was also president of Krishna Balaram Temple for many years. And whoever comes to Vrindavan knows that, Deen Bandhu Prabhu has a small project named Vrindakund, which he has been looking after for more than 20 years. So if you have been to Vrindakund, you probably know that how beautiful a temple that's been maintained by other devotees with all of your supports. So today we are very fortunate. Let us hear some Vrindavan Katha from His Grace Deen Bandhu Prabhu. But before that, let us loudly chant Hari Bol to greet him. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! His Grace Deen Bandhu Prabhu ki Jai!
Hare Krishna. So we're very, very happy for the first time to be here in this wonderful temple of Hartford, Connecticut. For many years, one year I take Pyari Mohan and Prikama, one day I take Jivanasati and Prikama, and now I'm together with them both. Last time they came to Vrindavan, I promised that I would come to Hartford. So now I'm keeping my promise. We're here. So we're very, very happy to be here at the Lotus Feet of Srila Prabhupada and to be with all the wonderful devotees of Hartford community. So tonight we're going to Vrindavan. Without ticket, no security check, no visa. And first step to get to Vrindavan, of course, is to get the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava. Because we know in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is told by his own lotus mouth, Tadvidi pranifatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. I think all you know this verse from 4th chapter, right? Krishna, by his own lotus mouth, he explains that if you want to understand the truth, then you have to approach the wise and bona fide spiritual master. And do what? Pariprasnena. Prashna means question. But here Krishna says, Pariprasnena. You must, whatever doubt, whatever difficulty, whatever doubt you have in your heart, you should reveal that before the spiritual master. And we should not be afraid of having doubts. Because we're living in the kingdom of Maya, ignorance. So doubt is natural. But actually, we should not be afraid of doubts because doubts are the food for our faith. Because if we have some doubt and we approach the Guru or senior Vaishnava and he resolves that doubt, then our faith will grow. So doubt, you shouldn't be afraid, it's the food for our faith. And parivrashnena sevaya. Not that we just take knowledge and tata, see you later. Out of gratitude, we must render some service to spiritual master, senior Vaishnava. Then everything is complete. And especially to enter into the field of bhakti, then we must get the mercy of the devotee, Vaishnava. I wrote one book, I translated one book by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur called Madhurya Kadambari. And I think you all heard of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, right? What famous song he wrote we always sing? Nobody knows. Huh? Much as he said it right, everybody always says Sansara prayers. But Sansara means this blazing fire of material existence. So we don't want to pray to Samsara. This is not Sansara prayers. This Gur Vastikam, 8 prayers to the spiritual master, to free us from Sansara. Not Sansara prayers. So he has a very wonderful book called Madhurya Kadambari. And he describes everything about bhakti and everything you would want to know about all the troubles that we go through and what we can expect in the end. He gives a glimpse, sneak preview. So there he describes that bhakti is only available from the bhakt, from the devotee. He quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhaktya Sanjataya Bhaktya. Bhakti is born from the devotee. Because bhakti lives in the heart of the devotee. The devotee can give you. He said even Krishna himself doesn't give. Because if Krishna was a giver of bhakti, then we'll have to criticize him why he's giving to some and he's not giving to others. And we know from Bhagavad Gita, Samoham Sarvabhuteshu, Krishna is equal to everyone. But we see you could all be sitting home watching TV, but because you have some bhakti, you come here to hear some Hari Katha and some Hari Kirtan. You have some bhakti. And in England there was a fellow, now he went off to meet Yamaraj, no, I can't imagine where he went, Stephen Hawking, writing so many books how God is a nonsense thing. No bhakti. But we know Krishna is not partial, but we cannot criticize the Vaishnava because in Srimad Bhagavatam it describes the natural condition of Vaishnava is partial. He first of all worships the Lord. He makes friends with the devotees. He helps the innocent, and he avoids the atheist. His natural position is partial. And whoever the devotee gives mercy to, then Lord comes behind and gives mercy in that person. So to enter into the field of bhakti, especially, we need the mercy of the Vaishnava. So we have a beautiful song by Srila Narottam Das Thakur, glorifying the Vaishnava. We have limited song sheets. But if you look on, if you're getting internet, you can on these funny little devices that everybody has. Hey Bara Karuna Koro. E-I-A Baro Karuna Koro. Hey Bara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosa. Papa Shankara Parashaye Pashate Pava Darshane Pavitra Koro Eto Mararo
Darshane Pavitra Karo
Haritane Avarare Hare Hare Govinda Vishwa Govinda Gaena Mora Vaishnava Para Govinda Gaena Mora Pratijanme Kori Asha Charane Raduri Anandavuri Vaishnavinda ki Jai. Ebara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosai. The actual word is Goswami, but this is a very affectionate name in Bengali. We say Gosai. Ebara, you can understand. One time, Karuna means compassion. Oh Vaishnava Gosai, one time be compassionate upon me. Patita Pavana Toma Bina Keho Nai. Patit means ourselves. Patit is Sanskrit word. It means fallen. Patit. And Bhavana means who purifies. Patita Bhavana Toma Vina Keho Nai. There's no one who can purify the fallen souls like the Vaishnava. Just like Prabhuji was mentioning our little project at Vrindakund. Before you get to Vrindakund, you'll come to a big kund called Bhavan Sarovar. Because when a kund becomes too big, then we call it Sarovar. It's one of the most beautiful lakes in Braj. Of course, we all know the best one is Kusum Sarovar, most photogenic place. But Bhavan Sarovar also a very beautiful place. Of course, the original name of Bhavan Sarovar was Nanda Sarovar, because Nanda Baba, for the pleasure of the Brishvasis, he excavated this Sarovar. So it became known as Nanda Sarovar. How it became Bhavan Sarovar is a very interesting history. Because one time Nandalala, he saw that Mother Yasoda was making all kinds of funny bhojan. Not the regular rice, dal, chapati, and sabji. She was making all types of fried things. Fried dal, fried little noodles we call sev, and little cracker-like things we call matri. All types of fried things she was making. So Nandalala, he went there, he said, Are Maya, what kind of funny bhojan are you making today? Kis prakar ki chitra bhojan manari aaj Maya? Kis prakar ki chitra bhojan manari aaj Maya? So Lala, your Baba's going on pilgrimage, Tirthayatra. So all these things are fried in ghee, they will last for a long time, and he will eat them along the way. Because still today in Bharat, there's many people who will not eat things cooked outside the house. Of course, nowadays it's becoming less and less. Otherwise, when we go on the train, we wouldn't hear so much noise, huh? Kela banana, save, apple, save, sandre, orange, sandre, orange, time pass ke liye pina, Jai. But still, there are many people, they bring their little tiffins with all their little fried things and they eat them along the way. Acha Maya, and where's Baba going? Where's Baba going? Kahan ja rahe Baba? Lala, he's going to Prayag. Acha Maya, where's that? Ye kahan hai Maya? Lala, I'm busy cooking. You ask too many questions, because the little boys, they ask too many questions. The older mothers are laughing, they know. The little boys ask too many questions. You ask too many questions, Lala. I'm busy cooking. You go ask your Baba. So Nanda Lala, he went to Nanda Maharaj. Baba, where are you going, Baba? Kahan ja rahe Baba? Where are you going, Baba? Kahan ja rahe Baba? Said Lala, I'm going to Prayag. Acha Baba, where is that, Baba? Where is that? Ye kahan hai, Baba? Lala, that is a very sacred place. Where Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati join in Sangam. When two or more rivers join together, we call it Sangam. Just like here we have some people from AP, some people from Gujarat, some people from America, some people, I'm sure we have some Russians around somewhere, they're everywhere. Somebody from Bengal, somebody from Bihar, somebody from UP. And we've all joined together in Bhakta Sangam. Acha Baba, but today is very inauspicious today to go. You should not go today, you should go tomorrow. Tomorrow is Akshay Tritiya, that is more auspicious day to start your journey. Just like on our Vaishnava calendar, on April or May, you may see when Titi comes. Akshay Tritiya, beginning of Chandan Yatra. You have noticed on the calendar, huh? So, Shai means to diminish. So, Akshay means always increasing. Just like we've got a godbrother from England, very dear godbrother, named Akshay. He was Prabhupada's bodyguard in Vrindavan and Bombay, many places. And I didn't see him for a long time, but just 2 months ago I met him on Facebook. I'm very happy. So, ever increasing. On that day, anything you do will have unlimited results. Akshay. So on that day, people like to open their new business. Because everybody wants that his profit should be akshay, ever increasing. Not like today where it's going down and down. And people do griha pravesh, first entrance into their new house on Akshay Tritiya Day. Everybody wants their happiness in their new house to be akshay, ever increasing. And if you want to come to Nandagaon to see the festival in Nandagaon on that day, you will have to book your taxi well in advance, because all the taxis will be booked for shadi, for wedding. Because without even consulting the Panditji, the astrologer, you can do your wedding on this day. It is so auspicious day. Because everybody wants that should be akshay, happily ever after. And for starting journey, it is very special day for starting journey. So Nanda Baba said, Tiki Lala, since you're telling, I will go tomorrow. So next day, like every day, Nanda Baba, just like all of us should be doing, he got up before Mangalarti to take his bath. So you're all coming tomorrow for Mangalarti, right? At least once a week, huh? But every day Nanda Baba was doing Mangalarti. And before Mangalarti, he would go to Nanda Sarovar to take his bath. And when he got there to Nanda Sarovar, he saw this great big personality he never saw before in his Nandagaon. Was rolling in the dust of Braj and laughing. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Then he was bathing in the Sarovar. Then he was rolling in the dust. Ah, 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 oh, oh, oh. Now Nanda Baba, he never saw such a personality in his Nandagaon. He went there, he said, Maharaj, who are you? He said, Baba, I'm Prayag. And Nanda Baba said, Prag? There's no Prag who lives around here. Are Baba, not from here. I'm Prayag Raj, king of all the tears, where Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati join in Sangam. Acha? Is it? And Maharaj, why have you come here? Are Baba, all year long everybody coming and putting their pop on me. You know pop, huh? Coca-Cola 7-Up. No, pop means sin. All year long everybody putting their pop on me. And this one day, I come here, I roll in this dust of Braj, I take bath in this Sarovar, and I become pavana, purified. Acha? Is it? Then on the other side of the Kund, he saw so many beautiful ladies were there. Very beautiful, not like Nandagaon ladies. Nandagaon ladies also beautiful, but this was different beauty. Huh? Just like we see the Rajasthani lady has certain beauty, and Marathi lady has certain beauty, Gujarati lady has certain beauty. From China they have different beauty with eyes. From Russia they're very white and white. Everybody's got different beauty. Huh? So different type of beauty. Very beautiful saris. Not like Nandagaon sari. Nandagaon sari also beautiful, but this was different type of beauty with silver thread going this way and gold thread going this way. Very beautiful saris. So Nanda Baba, he went there, he said, Matajis, who are you? Somebody said Ganga, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Krishnaveni, Tungabhadra, Kaveri, all the sacred rivers were there taking bath. Acha? And Matajis, why have you come here? Are Baba, all year long everybody coming and putting their pop on us. One day we come here, we roll in this dust of Braj, we take bath in the Sarovar, and we become Pavana. Acha? Is it? So then Nanda Maharaj, he took his bath, then he went back upstairs to Nandagaon. You saw Nandagaon was on top of a hill. And by that time Nanda Lala woke up. And he came, Baba, Baba, now you're going, Baba, now you're going, Baba, now you're going. Are Lala Nejanga. Now I'm not going, Baba, Lala. Acha Baba, why is that? Why is that, Baba? Kyun? Lala, every place I wanted to see, they all came here to take bath. Kyun? Kastutaki Wajai. Why should I take trouble to go there? They all came here. From that day, this place became known as Pavan Sarovar. And anybody who takes bath there, he becomes Pavan. So we don't go to Kumbh Mela to take bath, because we can go to Pavan Sarovar, even Tirthraj is coming there. So this January and February, very late this time, so it won't be so cold if you want to take advantage. Why are we making big camp? Every day I'm getting the emails, we're lining up the program. We'll have Harinam every day. The most wonderful place to have Harinam. So mark it, Arta Kumbh Mela is there, January and February next year. We go there to put up our big camp so that we can bathe everyone in the nectar of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Sri Sri Nitai Gaur Sundar. They have any special name? Just before Nitai. So you're all invited to come, make your plans. We're going to have nice camp. We'll have nice warm Swiss cottage tents for you to stay in, and we have to do Harinam in the most wonderful place to do Harinam in the universe, with millions of people as audience. So Patita Pavana Toma, but like the Vaishnava, there's no one who can purify the fallen souls. So once we get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, we want to get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's made his appearance right on time. Because in this deep, dark Kali Yuga, the golden avatar of Lord Chaitanya has appeared to give us this prime benediction for humanity at large, the chanting of the holy name. So we have a very beautiful song for Lord Chaitanya. If you can find on the internet, there's Sundara Lala. Sometimes they put it Sundara Bala, but in my book it's Sundara Lala. Very beautiful song. Now, because we're Gaudiya Sampradaya, then almost all of our bhajans are in Bengali. Especially if it's about Lord Chaitanya, it has to be in Bengali. But I'm preaching in northern India, everybody's Hindiwala. And I have practical experience. If you sing too many Bengali bhajans in front of Hindi audience, no offense to any Bengalis who may be present. But this song is about Lord Chaitanya, and I heard it on one of Bhakti Charu's Maharaj's CDs, about Lord Chaitanya, and not even actually in Hindi, it's in Brij Bhasa language. And very simple and beautiful Brij Rag also. Sundara Lala, Sachidu Lala, Nagata Sri Hari Kirtane. Sundara Lala, Sachidu Lala, Nagata Sri Hari Kirtane. Sundara Lala, Sachidu Lala, Nagata Sri Hari Kirtane. Radha Krishna ekatanu hai Nirvana Mane Bhakti Bhagave Radha Krishna ekatanu hai Nirvana Mane Bhakti Bhagave Vishwarupaki Prabhu Ji Sahi Avata Pragatai Nuriya So most of you already know the meaning of Sundar, beautiful. But 500 years ago when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he was not Sham Sundar. He was
Gaur Sundar.
Gaur Sundar. And he was a very beautiful little boy. So in Brijbasa we say Lala, Sundar Lala. And who's little Lala? Just like in a few weeks we're going to celebrate Janmashtami. Exactly 1 month, huh? Exactly 1 month. So we know that Krishna's mother's name is Yashoda. So we call him Yashoda Nandan or Yashoda Dulala. But 532 years ago when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, his mother's name was Sachi Mata. So we call him Sachi Nandan or Sachi Dulala. The Sundar Lala Sachi Dulala Nachata. Nachata means to dance. And little Nimai, where is he dancing? Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan. He's always dancing in Sri Hari Kirtan because in the dark age of Kali, this is the recommended process. Chanting very loudly and very enthusiastically. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they spread this Sankirtan movement all over Nadia. Then Mahaprabhu went to Puri. He took sannyas and he went to Puri. And after staying in Puri for some time, he decided to go on Dakshin Bharat Yatra, South Indian tour. So he didn't go by AC bus and AC car like you. He went by his 2 lotus feet with his hands raised in the sky, chanting, lost in ecstasy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And any person who saw him dancing in ecstasy and chanting, he also began to chant automatically. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And when that person went home to his own village, when the villagers saw him chanting in ecstasy, they also began to chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was spreading this Sankirtan movement. 500 kilometers from Puri, he came to a place in Andhra Pradesh called Kurmakshetra. Anybody from near Kurmakshetra? I was there a few years ago. We went to, it's not far from Vishakhapatnam. We went to Vishakhapatnam for Janmashtami. So they took us to see Kurmakshetra, beautiful ancient deity of Kurma is there. So Mahaprabhu came to that Kurma Kshetra, came to that Kurma temple, and he began to dance and chant in ecstasy. When Brahman came, he was from that area, he was known as Kurma Brahman. He saw the sannyasi dancing and chanting in ecstasy. When Mahaprabhu calmed down, he came, he said, Prabhu, I'm just a poor householder involved in so many materialistic activities. If you will please come to my house, by your lotus feet coming in touching my house, I'll become purified. Please come. So seeing his bhav, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed to come to stay in his house. So, and every evening there would be Hari Katha and Hari Kirtan, just like we're doing here in Hartford, Connecticut tonight. And all the villagers were in great ecstasy, and Kurma Brahma was very happy. After 3 days, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to get ready to leave. He began packing up. Not like you guys with 2 Samsonite suitcases. Lota or Kambal, Sadhu Kasambal. Sadhu only has his lota and his blanket. And Kurma Brahma came and fell at Mahaprabhu's feet. He said, Prabhu, we're feeling so much ecstasy in your association. Every night there's such wonderful Hari Katha, such wonderful Hari Kirtan. Please stay one more night. Mahaprabhu said, no, nahi. I have not taken sannyas to stay in the householder's life and enjoy. I have my mission to spread the holy name. Oh, but Prabhu, we're feeling so much ecstasy in your association. Just one more night. Nay, I have taken vow. Not more than 3 days I stay in any householder's house. But Prabhu, we're feeling so much ecstasy in your association, please stay. So seeing his wonderful bhav, Mahaprabhu broke his rule. He stayed one more night with Kurma Brahman. And again in the evening, just like here, there was wonderful Hari Katha and wonderful Hari Kirtan. Next morning again, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was getting ready to leave. And Kurma Brahman came and said, no, now I'm leaving. No, Prabhu, I'm not trying to stop you. You please go. But one thing, Prabhu, this householder life is filled with so many worries, so many troubles, so many anxieties. Kitna khatanai, kitna parishani hai. Huh? I'm going to give up everything and go with you. Now the ladies are all worried Deen Bandhu is going to take all the gents to Vrindavan with him. We're leaving on Monday. So. But Mahaprabhu, what did he say? He said, Nahi, this is not my mission that you give up everything and leave your family and everything. That is not my mission. Mahaprabhu spoke immortal words. What is that? Yai dekho kahita ho Krishna Upadesh, Hamara Gyai Guru Hai Thari Desh. You stay in your house, but wherever you go, whomever you meet, you give them Krishna Upadesh. You tell them the instructions of Krishna. Either you tell them to read Bhagavad Gita or you tell them to chant Hare Krishna. Both are Krishna Upadesh. Yari Deko Tahi Kao Krishna Upadesh. Amara Gyai Guru Hai. You become Guru. So, how I can become Guru? Well, I have no quality to become. Amara Gyai. By Mira Agyase. By my order, you become Guru. How I can become Guru? Not difficult. Just like the postman, he takes the letter that you write and he delivers it as it is, yatharup, to the receiver of that letter. Not that he opens up the letter and says, well, he said that, but he didn't really mean it. We'll cut that. He said this, but what he really meant was this. Does the postman do like that? If he does like that, he'll be arrested. Huh? As it is, he delivers the message. You just, whatever you read in Prabhupada's books, you repeat to somebody else, you become Guru. Not difficult. Repeat it as it is. Don't add, don't subtract. As it is. You become Guru. Or Tari Desh, or save all your countrymen. This is not my mission that you give up everything. You stay in your house with your family and everyone. And this is Mahaprabhu's mission. Just like now, you all have your families, you all come together with your family and your friends. We have the beautiful deity of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda here. We're in your house, you can put, you can have beautiful picture of Krishna, Radha and Krishna. And everybody always says, but Maharaj, we have no time. But how much time we spent in front of the screen? In old days, now they're all digital screen. In old days we called it boob tube. Everyone used to sit with greater dhyan than the yogis. And they don't even talk to their family member. Everybody, just a commercial comes, they speak something. So you just cover that thing for a few minutes. You put beautiful picture of Radha and Krishna. You sit with your family and friends. You chant Hare Krishna and you read Bhagavad Gita as it is. Simple. This is Mahaprabhu's mission. Not that you give up anything. Not you give up your business, you give up your house, you give up your family. No, you stay. But you give people Krishna consciousness. This is Mahaprabhu's mission. This is our Bhakti Vriksha mission, to give people Krishna consciousness in their houses. So once we get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Guru and Vaishnava, then we can go to Braj. So we have a very beautiful song to take us to Braj. You can try and find this one, this small little Braj Basa song. Braja Jana Mana Sukhakari. Braja Jana Mana Sukhakari. Try to find on the internet. Everybody always, Braja Jana Mana. That's that much you get it. Braja Jana Mana Sukhakari. Very beautiful rich bhajan that will take us straight to Braj. Radhe Braja Jana Mana Sukhakari. Radhe Shama Shama Sham. Radhe Braja Jana Mana Sukhakari. Radhe Braja Mana Sukhakari. Radhe Shama Shama Sham. Radhe Braja Mana Sukhakari. Radhe Shama Shama Sham. Mono Kutta Makara Krita Kundala Gale Vajanti. So we were already in Nandagam with Pavan Sarovar. So let's stay there in Nandagam tonight. This Nandagam is a big hill. Actually, this hill is the incarnation of Lord Shiva. Because Lord Shiva, he performed great penances and austerities. And for many thousands of years, he was performing penances and austerities. You should understand it's not easy to be in Vrindavan, to get to Vrindavan. But by the mercy of Prabhupada, Prabhupada has given us Vrindavan. Just like one time I have a very wonderful godbrother, senior than me. I don't have many senior godbrothers, but one is there, Vishal Prabhu. And now he's back in Vrindavan. He's one of the original Vrindavan devotees before Krishna Balaram Mandir was there. But after Krishna Balaram Mandir was there, Prabhupada was walking around circumambulating, and Vishal Prabhu was there, Vrindavan Dham Ki! Vrindavan Dham Ki! Vrindavan Dham Ki! And Prabhupada stopped and put his cane on the marble. He said, "So, you like this place?" "Oh, Prabhupada, it's wonderful." And with the flick of his wrist, Prabhupada said, "Then take it. It's yours." So this is the power of the pure devotee of the Lord. Simply by the flick of his wrist, he can give you that place that is difficult to achieve, even for some demigods and sages. By a flick of his wrist, take it. It's yours. So he performed many penances and austerities for thousands of years. Finally, Lord Krishna appeared there and asked, "What is that you desire?" He said, "I know that in the Dwapar Yuga, you're going to display your pastimes here in Nandagam. if somehow or other I could become a stone, he thought maybe that's too much asked, or just some dust, then I could see those pastimes. And Guru said, why stone or dust? You become a hill. My Baba will build his palace on top of every hill. You'll see all the wonderful pastimes. So this hill we call Nandeshwar Parvat. It is the incarnation of Lord Shiva. And it's mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came here. And when he got to Nandagam, he was doing Trikama of whole Vrindavan. Almost, I think it must be 502 years ago. He was doing a couple of years before we celebrated the 500th anniversary of Mahaprabhu's visit to Vrindavan. So, he came to Nandagam and he asked one villager, are there any deities here? And the villager said, on top of this hill there's a cave. Inside that cave there's a very tall gentleman. There's a very dainty lady. In between there's a little Trebangalalit Gwal, cover boy. So Mahaprabhu climbed that hill. He went in that cave and he was caressing the body of that beautiful little Gwal. There was a big tall Nanda Baba and a little dainty Mother Yasoda and this little Gwal. Now when you go to Nandagam, you can see both Krishna and Balaram are there. You'll see a big tall Nanda Baba with a big yellow pagri on his head, turban. Little dainty Mother Yasoda. And in between both Krishna and Balaram. How many people have seen? Huh? Some people have seen. But you couldn't tell who was Kanhaiya and who was Balaram. Both it's exactly the same poshak, dress, same jewelry, same mukut, same flute, same pose, everything same to same. Very difficult to tell who's Kanhaiya and who's Balaram. If you have good eyesight, you can see that Balaram, he's a little bit bigger, and Kanhaiya, he's a little bit smaller. But if you ask the Brishpasis, they will tell you a secret. The Kanhaiya, he has too much love for Mother Yasoda. So he's on Mother Yasoda's side. And Baldao, he has too much love for Nanda Baba, so he's on Baba's side. Or if you have good eyesight, this is our eye test in Braj. We have any optometrists here? In our congregation, no optometrists, huh? In South Africa, we have so many. All the sannyasis, they go to South Africa, dental work, Narendra Maharaj gets his
kidney stone.
His prostate surgery there, everything you get there. So, this is our eye test. That if you have good eyes, you can see in Baldao's eyes, there's a little bit of red because he's drinking too much baruni. And if you ask the Brishbasis why they're almost the same, you'll get many, many answers. Mainly 3 answers are there. One is that Baldao, he feels himself that I'm the older brother, my duty to protect my younger brother. You have an older brother? No? You have a younger brother? You're all alone? You have a sister? All right. Do you protect your sister or you fight with her? Not answering. But Baldao, he feels it my duty to protect my younger brother. So he takes chandan and burns it, and with the black, he smears it all over his arm, all his limbs. And then he puts same dress, same jewelry, same mukut, same flute, same flower garland, everything same to same. And the Rakshasas cannot tell who's Kanhaiya and who's Baldao. Other reason is that very soon we'll celebrate, on the Purnima day, we'll celebrate the appearance of Lord Balaram. That's the end of Shravan month. So next month is Bhadrapad. On the Bhadrapad Krishna Paksh Astami, Krishnastami day, then we celebrate the appearance of Krishna 8 days later. So they're almost like twins. And I'll bet you that even here in Hartford, when people have twins, they dress them exactly the same sometimes, huh? Isn't it? So because they're almost like twins, so they dress them exactly the same. Other reason is the Mother Yasoda and Mother Rohini, they're very, very clever. They're very clever. Those who are already mothers, you'll recognize the cleverness. Those who are going to be mothers someday, you can learn something from Mother Yasoda and Mother Rohini. And those who didn't get married yet, I give you blessing. You will get wife just as clever as Mother Yasoda and Mother Rohini. They know that if they dress them differently, then the two brothers will just fight. I want Kaneya's mukit. No, I want his sash. No, I want his chadar. No, I want his kurta. No, I want his dhoti. I want his ankle belt. They'll just fight one another. So Mother Yasoda and Mother Rohini, very clever. They dress them exactly the same, and the two brothers don't fight. So there's one beautiful scripture called Bhakti Ratnakar, and the 5th chapter is all about Braj Prakama. In fact, my dear godbrother who lives now in Alachua, Pundrik Vijayanidhi Prabhu, he is translated as Mathura Mandala Prakama, the 5th chapter of Bhakti Ratnakar. Talks about how Raghava Pandit takes Srinivas and Narottam. We're just singing Narottam's song. Now, these are the 2nd generation of Vaishnavacharyas. He takes them on Prakama of Braj. Oh, turn these babies off, they cry in the middle of the pravachan. I saw Radha Maharaj, there was 700 people sitting there. Somebody's phone went up, he got up and walked out. And it was one of his dear servants too. He just got up and walked out to the other side and left. So this was the only place Maya couldn't come was in the pravachan. In old days in India, you had to go to the PCO. So business is going nice, customers are coming. You call your wife, is she okay, the children okay? And so she invented this stupid machine so she could come right inside the pravachan and disturb also. So where were we?
Give you blessings that you get wives like Mother Rohini and Mother.
No, Bhakti Ratnakar. So that's what he was.
That's what matters to him. This lifetime,
So he took Srinivas and Narottam and Braj Prakama. And when they get to Nandagam, he says, just see on the western side the beautiful place where Vrindadevi eternally resides and organizes all the leelas of Braj. So, if you've ever been to Vrindavan, of course, you've probably never stayed there, but if you stay in Vrindavan, I should say, you will see, if you're sitting in the middle arch of the temple and looking towards Nandagam on the 21st of March and 21st of September, you will see the sunrise directly behind the temple tower of Nandagam. You know 21st March and 21st September? No. Equinox. Day and night are equal, so sun will rise directly in the east. And it rises directly behind, so we're directly on the western side of Nandiswara Parvat. And this is the place where Vrindadevi eternally resides. In fact, the whole of Vrindavan is named after Vrindadevi. Vrindavan. Ban means forest. It's supposed to be forest, but it's beginning to look more like downtown Hartford than forest. But it's Vrindadevi's forest. But Vrindadevi has voluntarily surrendered this forest at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Radharani has become Vrindavan Ishwari. Vrindavan Ishwari. But she's appointed Vrindadevi as the goddess of the forest, the Bandevi, the goddess of the forest of Vrindavan. She's the forest goddess. Actually, because so many Russians come, I learned how to say forest goddess in Russian. It's very sweet. Bhagini Lesa. Bhagini Lesa means forest goddess. So sweet name, Bhagini Lesa. So she's the goddess of the forests of Vrindavan. And she decides where the Leelas will be, what flowers will be there, what colors they'll have, what scents they'll have, what trees will be there, what flowers they'll have, what birds will be there, what songs they'll sing, what colors they'll have. Everything is under her direction. She's like this supreme temple commanderess of Braj. And every morning at this Vrindakund, Purnamasi, who's Yogamaya in Braj, she comes from the eastern side of the hill, along with her granddaughter Nandi Mukhi, and they sit at Vrindakund with Vrindadevi, and they plan out all the Leelas of Braj. They plan out all the Leelas of Braj. This is one reason why Vrindakund is such an important place. This is the Braj Leela Planning Commission. Just like I'm sure you have your Hartford Planning Commission, and they're very happy we got a new place. They say, what you're doing is illegal, we're not bothering you, but you should know that it's illegal. But now we have a legal place, so everyone will be very happy. And so this is the Braj Leela Planning Commission. And they sit together and they plan out all the Leelas. And sometimes Krishna, he comes over, he gives some hint what the Leela should be today. And sometimes Radharani, she comes and she gives some hint. And Vrindadevi, she's completely devoted to the lotus feet of Radharani. Whatever Radharani's icha, whatever desire, immediately she has to fulfill that desire. So everything is planned out from this place. Just like one time Vrindadevi and Purnamasi and Nandimukhi, they planned out that Pyari Mohan will come to Nandagaon. And he will put on a wonderful magic show for all the Vishvasi. And in that magic show, he took a 10 rupee note and he became 1,000 rupees. Of course, 1,000 rupees is not worth anything anymore. But those times it was good. So one Vishvasi was very clever. He said, here's my 10 rupee note. Now you make this 1,000 rupees also. So it became 1 rupee note. So that morning, this whole Leela was planned out by Vrindadevi and Purnamasi. So, and when you see the beautiful deity of Vrindadevi, if you're on Facebook, you can go to, because we set up a little non-profit corporation in America for collecting donations for our project. So you can go Vrindakunda INC. We have a page on Facebook. Almost every day we put Vrindadevi's wonderful darshan there. And you'll see with her right hand, she's giving us all Ashirvad, blessing. And with her left hand, she's holding a lotus flower. In that lotus flower, there's a yellow parrot. Because that Baba Madhav Das, who gave this kund to ISKCON, he told me that previous in Braj, there was yellow, red, blue, green, orange, so many different colored parrots. Now we only see the green ones, right? I went to Australia. I found out after Krishna left Braj, they all went to Australia. They all migrated to Australia. But this one is yellow parrot. His name is Daksh. And Daksh has lakhs and lakhs of parrot disciples, and they fly all over Braj and come back and tell everything to Vrindadevi. They know everything that's going on, who's going where, who they're going with, what they're going to do, what they're talking about. Better than our NSA. This is like Vrindadevi's mobile with complete coverage of Braj. And if you go to Vrindakund, you'll see the parrots are flying back and forth all day long from the big tree is there. And the parrots are flying. So this is how Vrindadevi, she managed. She's the Bhakti Ratnakar says, just see on the western side where Vrindadevi truly resides and organizes all the Leelas of Braj. So this is a place Vrindadevi organizes all the different Leelas. Everything is planned out from here. What time is it?
8:15.
8:15, okay. So, on eastern side of the hill, there's a very beautiful place called Yashodakund, where Yashoda Maya, she sits and does her puja, and she washes all her clothes, and she does all her little things there. So this is called Yashodakund. And somebody from Ghaziabad is not far from Delhi, has fixed up this place very nicely. It used to be just broken down temple, a beautiful temple is there. So and then we got Vrindakund, and somebody else is fixing Yashodakund, and so many nice things happening. In fact, like I mentioned last night somewhere else, in Barsana there's a village called Chiksoli, which is the village of Chitralekha. And I have a very dear friend there, Nandan Lal Sharma. He chants 16 rounds, he follows 4 regular principles. He's aspiring for Jaivataka. He's so dear to Jaivataka. Even Maharaj was in the hospital in Delhi. Nobody could get in to see him. But as soon as he heard Nandan Lal has got me calling him, because he knew he'll get blessing from Vishvasi. So he's got some property there he's ready to give to anybody who wants to make a temple for Chitralekha. So if you're tired of here, you can become president of ISKCON Chiksoli. You can see me after the program. So anyway, Yashodakund, and Mother Yasoda, she can't bear to see Krishna go outside of her vision. As Krishna is playing with his friends, he wants to go far in the forest. And Mother Yasoda says, Dur kelan mat jao, lalvan hawai. Don't go far in the forest, Lala, otherwise this hawa is going to get you. And you may ask, what is a hawa? So Lala, he also says, what is this hawa? I never seen any hawa. And Mother Yasoda said, Lala, he's very big and black and furry. He has great big yellow eyes, long pointy ears, big black nose, very sharp curved claws, and big mouth with sharp teeth, and he'll come here and catch you and eat you up. So then Lala, he played close by. But since we know that little boys have so long memories, he started going again far in the forest. And Mother Yasoda said, Dur kelan majao, lalvan hawai. Don't go far in the forest, otherwise this how is going to eat you. And Lala said, what is this how? I've never seen it anyhow. Mother Yasoda, he's bigger than you and black and furry. He has great big yellow eyes and long pointy ears and a big nose and curved claws and a big mouth with sharp teeth, and he'll come here and eat you up. So Lala became frightened and he played close. But since little boys have so long memories, he started again to go. Mother Yasoda, Dur kelan majao, lalvan hawai. Don't go far in the forest, otherwise how is going to get you. And Lala said, I never seen it anyhow. What is this how? And Mother Yasoda said, he's big and black and furry. And he has great big yellow eyes to see you with. And little pointy black ears to hear you with. And a big long black nose to smell you with. And he has very sharp curved claws to catch you with. And his mouth is very big, he'll eat you in one bite. Arig Maya, I never seen it anyhow. Jibuna tatpe denu chare tene dekho how. Denu, you know, means cow. Jibuna tatpe denu chare, I was herding my cows all along the bank of the Jum. Tene dekho, I didn't see anyhow. Main patal kaliyadame mavi na dekho. I jumped in that Kaliya lake, Kaliyadan. I went all the way to the Patalaloka. There was no how there. Maya, you're just telling stories to make me frightened. There's no such thing as how. You're just telling stories. Then all of a sudden, Mother Yasoda's eyes got very big, and she said, but don't look now, but here comes one. And Mother Yasoda began to run, and Kanhaiya began to run, and Baldev began to run, and Sudama began to run, and Sridham began to run, and Stoka Krishna began to run, and Manavanga began to run, and Vasakama began to run, and Sangamaji began to run, and Mujal Saka began to run, Arjun Saka began to run, and all the cowboys, they ran behind Mother Yasoda. the cleverness of Madhyasoda. It just happened to be lunchtime, and they all sat down with Nanda Baba, and between bites and between breaths, they told Baba, we just missed by this much getting eaten by a owl. So just by Yasoda Kund, you can see a little place in there called Hao Bilao. And unfortunately there was some nice house there, but somebody stole them. There's a couple of broken houses you can see there. I asked one Vrishapasi boy, did you ever see a how here? Oh, Pali Bote. Before there were so many. Like there's so many wonderful pastimes in Delhi. We'll tell one more. What time can we go up to?
Already, bro.
Huh?
8:49.
All night. No, we'll tell one nice one. This is because we just told that this hill is incarnation of Lord Shiva, right? So first we know Krishna appeared in Gokul. And after Gokul, then he eventually came to Nandagam as a small boy. Different Puranas, different ages, but he went around 3 or 4. So as soon as he moved to Nandagam, which is the incarnation of Lord Shiva decided to come take darshan. So, you've seen Lord Shiva's drum, shaped like an X, with 2 little balls tied in the center, we call it Damaru. So Lord Shiva came playing his Damaru. So Ma Yasoda came outside to see what is all this racket. And she saw this horrible yogi was there. Whole body was covered with rock. You know rock? Ash. From where? And on his neck there was Sam, and Bichu, scorpion, and spider. So Mother Yasoda saw this horrible yogi, so she slammed the door. And that yogi, Lord Shiva, he began to cry, Are Maya, open the door, I came to get darshan of your Lala. Ye lal salaya, ki nanda lala ka darshan hoga. And Ma Yasoda said, Nahi Baba, tu go degega to dar jayega. If my Lala sees you, he'll become frightened. You please be on your way. So Lord Shiva said, No, I came from very far away. Just to get darshan of your Lala. You please open the door. Nahi Baba, tu go degega to dar jayega. If he sees you, he'll become frightened. You please go away. But both dur se hai. Dur means far away. Just like there's one forest that's so far away, it's in South Africa, Durban. That's the farthest forest in Braj, it's the Durban. We were just there in January, we did recommend that forest also. But Dur se hai. All the way from Mansarovar in China. I had to dodge the Chinese shoulders to get here. Nahi Baba tu go dege to dar jayega. If my Lala sees you, he'll become frightened. You be on your way. Then I'm going to sit here till he doesn't come outside. And Ma Yasoda came outside. Look, Baba, you're not going to sit here all day. I know all you Babas. He only came for one thing. What is that? Roti. Now you guys know chapati. Just like our Gujarati friends, they make them so flat like piece of paper. But in Braj, we don't use this machine, like this. Nice and thick, with homemade ghee on top. And all the Babas go in the morning, Radhe Shyam Madhukari, Radhe Shyam Madhukari, Hari Bol Roti Do. They get nice roti and saag and sweet rice. Oh, Rishbazi sweet rice is unparalleled. So Ma Yasoda brought a stack of rotis, said, you take some rotis, you only came for one thing, now be on your way. So Lord Shiva became Nirash. Nirash means hopeless and helpless. He went away into the forest and he sat down and began to hope against hope. And what was his hope? He was hoping to get darshan of Nandalala. And that is Krishna consciousness. Everything we're doing is with hope to get Krishna consciousness. That's Krishna consciousness in a nutshell. In American English, we say in a nutshell. Sankshet rup mein. That's Krishna consciousness. Just like we chant rounds, we follow regular principles, we offer our food. Why? With the hope to get darshan of Nandalala. We read Prabhupada's books, we associate with devotees, we come to Mangal Arati at least once a week tomorrow. Why? We're hoping to get darshan of Nandalala. That is Krishna consciousness. We make it complicated, but it's very simple. Whatever you do, before you do that thing, am I doing this with the hope to get darshan of Nandalala? Or am I doing this with the hope to get sense gratification? Then you're always Krishna conscious. Simple. Very simple. So, in Sanskrit, hope means asha. We have anyone here named Asha? But it's a very common name in India. Asha means hope. So that is the greatest of all hopes. In fact, that's the Lord of all hopes. So Lord Shiva, he became known as Asheshwar Mahadev. And that forest became known as Asheshwar Ban. Meanwhile, Lala knew that his best devotee has come. We know from on the strength of Srimad Bhagavatam, Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. The best of the Vaishnavas is Lord Shiva. He couldn't see his best devotee. He began to cry. And everything Mother Yasoda did to stop his crying, God failed. And all the older gopis came. They also tried to stop Lala from crying. Everybody got failed. But there was one older gopi there, a Gudi Gopi Biti or Gudiman Biti. A Gudi Gopi T or Gudiman Biti. She was very intelligent gopi. Just like we have one very intelligent gopi sitting here. So she said, somebody has put nazar, evil eye on your Lala. In Hindi we say nazar. I learned that because I used to sit in the Bhagavatam class and I learned all the Devanagari just sitting in Bhagavatam. I sit with Prabhupada's book and I would go in the back and see all the letters and this way I learned all the Devanagari. So first time in 1974 when I came to India, everything was organized. We all flew on the same flight. We had kirtan at 30,000 feet in the air. The pilot couldn't understand why there was so much turbulence because it wasn't we were jumping up and down into the aisles. And they put us in buses and took us to Mayapur and Vrindavan. So I was sitting there in the bus and I saw the truck in front of us. It said, Buri Nazar Wali Teri. Who's giving us evil eye? Your face is black. So somebody has put evil eye on your love. Who came here? Mother Yasoda said, oh, one horrible yogi came. Whole body was covered with rock. His neck there was sam, bichu, makri, spider. Where did that yogi go? I gave him some rotis and sent him away. So all the older gopis went all around the four sides of Nandagan looking for that yogi. And they found him in that Asheshwar Ban. He was sitting there hoping against hope to get darshan of Nandalala. And all the yogis came and they said, Chelare yogi Nanda Bhavane, Yasmat Mahabulave, Baki Lala ko nazar lage to pe rainon karave. That, just like when you come on Frikama, all day long we're telling you, Chelo, 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 let's go, let's go. Chelare yogi Nanda Bhavane, come to Nanda Bhavan, Yasmat Mahabulave, Mother Yasoda is calling you. Yasmat Mahabulave, Baki Lala ko nazar lage to pe rainon karave. Rai means mustard and non means salt. You make the medicine to stop this Lala from crying. So they dragged Lord Shiva there to Nanda Bhavan. Mother Yasoda opened the door, Lala saw Lord Shiva, he began to smile, then she slammed the door again, and Lala began to cry. Arey Baba, you got your darshan, now you stopped this Lala from crying. She came outside. Said, Bhaiya, only one way to stop this Lala from crying. So, batao, Jali, batao, tell me quickly. When your Lala's foot will come on my head, then this crying will be cured. And Mother Yasoda, she said, Nahi, Nahi, Nahi. Few of you don't know, but in Hindi, when we want to say no, we say Nahi, Nahi, Nahi. Pyari, you know how to say yes?
No, I know how to say that. That's like 3 times.
Anyway, I learned how to say yes when I first joined Krishna Balaram Mandir. We joined the traveling, we used to travel around UP, MP, Rajasthan making life members. And we went to Meerut. Anybody here from Meerut? Oh, one fellow's there. So there was one old life member named Mr. M.C. Goyal. And we went to see him to see if he could recommend somebody for life membership. So while we were talking, the telephone rang. And he picked up at this time there's all these nonsense cell phones. So he picked up the phone, and I swear to God, this is half of the conversation that I heard. Hey, ha, hey, ha, 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 hey, ha, acha, 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 ji, 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 hey, ha, hey, ha, acha, namaskar. So in Hindi, when we want to say yes, we say? So, Mother Yasoda said, nahi, 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 but all the gopis said? You're not very convincing. Mother Yasoda said, no, this Sam, Pichu, Makri, nahi, nahi. And all the gopis said? Not very convincing. Nahi, 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 yes, Sam, Pichu, Makri, nahi, nahi, nahi. And all the gopis said? So the ha's won. So Mother Yasoda opened the door. She lifted up her Lala. He put his foot on Lord Shiva's head, and Lord Shiva began to dance. And Lala began to laugh. And when we see the little boys laughing, just like this little boy here, then automatically Vatsalya Ras comes in our heart, isn't it? Huh? So all the gopis said, Re Re Yogi Nanda Baba Me Brishme Bason Kije. Jab Jab Mira Lala Robe Tab Tak Darshan Dije. Now this is opposite. We're telling you all day on Brikava Cello, this is opposite. Re Re, now you stay. Re Re Yogi Nanda Bhavan, you stay here in Nanda Bhavan, eh? Re Re Yogi Nanda Bhavan Me Brishme Baso Kije. You forget about Kailash, now you do Brijavas. Jab Jab Mira Lala Robe, whenever my Lala cries, Tab Tak Darshan, you come and give your darshan. So Lord Shiva said, all right, but there's two conditions. This is not unconditional devotional service. What is that? Whenever you bathe your Lala, then you bring that water and you pour it on me. When we bathe the Lord, what do we call that water? Charnamrit. So we see everybody, all the ladies every day pouring the water on Lord Shiva. He really likes Charnamrit. And whenever you feed your Lala, whatever chewed remnant, uchist, whatever chewed remnant is left, Lord's uchist means, remnant means Mahaprasad. You bring that to me. I will stay here in the courtyard of Nanda Baba, and no demon will come inside the boundaries of Nandagam. So till today, Lord Shiva is there. You can go and take darshan. He's in the courtyard of Nanda Baba, Nandeshwar Mahadev. Until Prabhupada said this is the proper way to worship all the Devi Devatas. First we offer the bhog to Krishna, then we offer the Mahaprasad to all the Devi Devatas. And they still do this today, because across the street from Vrindakun, there's a plot of land. That plot of land is owned by one Muslim family in Nandagam. And every day their little boy comes and steals that plate of Mahaprasad. Because after the Raj Bhog, they bring one patal, one leaf plate of Mahaprasad to Lord Shiva. He steals that plate. So this is still going on today. And there's no demon leelas in Nandagam. Only rumors. Just like Mother Yasoda told Lala that how is it going to get you? Only rumors, no demons there. You have to go to Bhadravan or Bandirvan or some other van, but not in Nandagam. No demon leelas are there. So anyway, we'll put our voice to rest here. But before we end, we'll have a nice kirtan. This is the national anthem of Braj. Now you're all tired of sitting, so this is actually dancing music. You won't be able to sit anyway, so you might as well stand up. And we're going to give our Mridanga Lala a workout today. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham. Om Subhadis Salangi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada ki Ananda Guri Vaishnava ki Sat Goswami Prabhu ki Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki Prem se Go Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Gadada Shivasadi Gaur Bhakti ki Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Go Shama Kun Radha Kun Giri Govardhan ki Braja Bhumi Vrindavan Dham ki ISKCON Hartford ki Jai Go Premanand. All glories to the Assembly. All glories to the Assembly. All glories to the Assembly. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to you, Sri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
His grace Deen Bandhu Prabhu ji ki Jai! His grace Deen Bandhu Prabhu ji ki Jai! His grace Deen Bandhu Prabhu ji ki Jai!
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, if you want to continue relishing all this nice Krishna Katha, we have 2 books we brought with us. Brajlila Part 2, just for releasing in the United States, but we're completely lost everything, sold out completely. But both of these books, Brajlila Part 1 and Part 2, are available on Amazon.com. Also, we have cards where, because Amazon takes a big percentage, but we have a friend who sells them on Amazon, but if you buy directly from her, she doesn't take anything. So we'll give you the card.
Once the card is coming.
This is the card is for Part 2. Otherwise, Brajlila Part 1 is on Amazon, and also we mentioned Madhurya Kadambini. I translated. Also, they're available on Amazon.com, and it's all transcripts of lectures that I gave. So it's not formal writing, but the way I talk, that's the way the book is. That's what you get. Part 2 is 250 pages of nectar, with foreword by Indradumna Maharaj, and backside appreciation by Romapad Swami Maharaj. So you can get them on either Amazon, or we'll give you the card you can buy directly from a person who sells them on Amazon. The Part 2 on Amazon. Or if you just want to give, because all the money for the books goes to help our little Vrindakun project we were discussing. Or if you just want to give a donation to Vrindakun, you're welcome to give a donation. We also have...
That's a credit card, yeah.
We're modern Brishvasi Baba on our mobile phone, our iPhone, we can accept credit card swipes also. So if you want to give any donations.
This is a non-profit corporation, so if anybody...
You get your tax exemption.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we are going to announce.
Hare Krishna!
Hare Krishna!
Hare Krishna!
Hare Krishna!
I'd like to request everybody to loudly chant Hari Bol 3 times to welcome Deen Bandhu Prabhu and his servant in our traditional Vedic ISKCON style. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! So Prabhuji gave a really good introduction. I'll just add few little things to that. That Deen Bandhu Prabhu is a pilgrimage guide, and he has been taking devotees from all around the world for Braj Mandal Parikrama for last 30 years. And Uddhava, who is Krishna's very close friend, he offered prayers, and Krishna asked him, what do you want? And Uddhava said that, I want to become just a creeper in Braj Dham so that gopis can trample on me and I can get their dust. So we have amongst us today a devotee who's fully covered not just in Braj dust, but the dust of the devotees from all around the world. So, Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 13, Verse 10, Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthani, that devotees of the Lord are like pilgrimage places personified, because they carry Krishna in the core of their heart. Wherever they go becomes a place of pilgrimage. So today we visited not just Braj Dham, but we also visited South India Yatra with Mahaprabhu. So we went to Mayapur as well today. I remember I joined ISKCON in 2002 and I started traveling for work in 2005. And I used to drive to Portland, Maine and then another client location. It was almost like a 4.5 drives from Hartford. And every time I drove without fail, I would put the Vrindavan Yatra tape in the car. It was a 1995 model, and back in the day we used to have tape players and cassettes. I know it sounds like dinosaur age now, but that repeatedly I heard that class by Prabhuji over and over again. So much so that the tape stopped working. But finally I found that same lecture on ISKCON Desire Tree also. We covered almost everything from that lecture today. Just one quick thing that Prabhuji mentioned in that class, that parrots are like agents of Vrinda Devi. So it's a great fortune and honor that he's here with us today. I saw Prabhuji a couple of years ago at Rath Yatra, and listening to his lectures, I was really fascinated by him. His schedule was packed. We requested that please come to Hartford. He said, I can't come. But that time, part 1 book was out there. So he showed me the book. He said, I can't come, but I have my book. So we immediately took the book. Prabhuji signed it for us. I was satisfied because in my head I was contemplating kidnapping that time. But the book satisfied me. It's an amazing book and it's a must read. If what you saw today, what you heard today is like a sneak preview of the really nectarian Braj Katha. I'll highly recommend that you take the book, and if you're out of the print, then take the card, and when you see Prabhuji, please request him so that Connecticut fits into his annual schedule and he comes here every year. One more thing, I'm hoping this is not once in a Kalpa incident. Today we combined 3 Bhakti Vriksha programs. 4. So Bhakti Vriksha Rockville Vernon, Bhakti Vriksha Rocky Hill, Bhakti Vriksha Cheshire. Oh, Rocky Hill has 2, yeah. 2 Bhakti Vrikshas from Rocky Hill, Bhakti Vriksha from Vernon, and Bhakti Vriksha from Cheshire, New Haven area. So thank you very much to everybody who came out of their comfort zone and drove to the temple today to attend the program. But as you can tell, it was worth the effort. I think Chris drove the longest, so we'll do a Haribol for him during Prasadam time. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. And thank you very much, everybody, for coming. We'll line up downstairs for Prasadam, so take darshan quickly because there is a morning program tomorrow. Starts at 6 a.m. sharp, ISKCON standard time, not Indian stretchable time. ISKCON standard time. 6 o'clock, the conch shell is going to blow, the curtains are going to open, and we are going to start the Guru Ashtakam prayer, not the Samsara prayer, the Guru Ashtakam prayer. So, if you are coming, just let one of us know so that we can cook prasadam quantity accordingly. As of now, we have RSVP for about 45 to 48 devotees, but if there's more interest here, then we'll increase the quantity accordingly. Do you have anything to say?
Because we have the 4 Bhakti Vrikshas programs all here today, this feast downstairs is way bigger than the Sunday feast. So it looks really good, and I think you should try to get down there right away.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.